Kobe Bryant's legacy transcends his achievements on the basketball court. While we know him for his 5 NBA championships, 2 Finals MVPs, and being one of the all-time leading scorers, his true greatness wasn't merely in his statistics. Kobe Bryant wasn't just an athlete, and his story isn't just about basketball. It's about a man who dedicated his life to perfecting his mind, body, and spirit in pursuit of excellence. We all know about the Mamba Mentality, that relentless focus and dedication that has become synonymous with Kobe, but few are aware of the calm, introspective side of him that was nurtured through meditation and mindfulness. Isn't it fascinating? In the world of fast-paced sports, where athletes are expected to constantly push their limits, Kobe took the time to slow down, breathe, and find stillness. There's something poetic in that juxtaposition. A man whose on-court persona was fierce and unrelenting but who cultivated an inner life of peace and mental clarity. It makes me wonder, could this inner calm have been the true secret behind his legendary focus and determination? Bryant's commitment to mindfulness began during his time with the Los Angeles Lakers, particularly under the influence of Phil Jackson, known as the Zen Master. But his practice extended far beyond basketball. In his later years, meditation became a critical tool for him in managing not only the pressures of the game but also life's personal challenges, injuries, and even his transition into retirement. Let's explore how Kobe Bryant's interest in mindfulness and meditation shaped not only his game but his life. And perhaps, in doing so, we can uncover lessons for our own journeys. After all, if one of the most driven, competitive athletes of all time found value in stillness, what might it teach the rest of us? Early exposure to mindfulness and meditation. Phil Jackson's influence. Kobe Bryant's introduction to mindfulness and meditation came from one of the most influential figures in his career, Phil Jackson. Jackson wasn't just any coach, he was a visionary who brought a unique philosophy to the Lakers. Known for his Zen Buddhism-inspired coaching methods, Jackson believed that the mental aspect of the game was just as important as the physical. For him, basketball wasn't merely a sport, it was a metaphor for life, a space where the mind, body, and spirit must all align. Can you imagine that? A coach not only instructing players on tactics and plays but also encouraging them to meditate, to find balance, to sit in silence. It's almost unheard of in professional sports. Yet Jackson's approach resonated deeply with Kobe. From an early age, Bryant had already been obsessed with self-improvement, whether it was his shooting form, footwork, or physical conditioning. Now, under Jackson's guidance, he found a new frontier to conquer: his mind. Meditation became more than just a calming exercise for Kobe, it became another tool in his relentless pursuit of greatness. For someone so driven by performance, the idea that stillness could enhance focus and clarity was revolutionary. It was through these practices that Bryant developed his now legendary ability to stay calm and composed, even in the most pressure-filled moments. Just think about it. Here was a player known for his cold-blooded demeanor during game-winning shots, for his ability to carry his team in high-stakes situations, and part of his secret was something as simple, yet profound, as meditation. It's a reminder that, no matter how fast-paced and intense life may be, the power of quiet reflection is invaluable. The integration of meditation into his training regimen. Kobe didn't treat meditation as just a one-off practice. It wasn't something he did only occasionally or when he felt overwhelmed. For him, meditation was a daily discipline, as fundamental to his preparation as his physical training. Think about that level of commitment. Kobe was already known for his 4 a.m. workouts, for his obsessive attention to detail, but on top of all that, he made time to meditate. It's as if he understood that no amount of physical preparation could substitute for mental clarity and focus. During practice, Bryant would often take moments to center himself, using mindful breathing techniques to regain focus and control. Imagine the chaos of an NBA game, thousands of fans cheering, opponents trash-talking, the pressure of the shot clock ticking down, and yet, Kobe would find his calm amid the storm. Meditation gave him the tools to remain composed in those moments when others would falter. In fact, he didn't just stop at traditional meditation, he also practiced visualization. Before games, Kobe would mentally rehearse every possible scenario, every play, every challenge he might face on the court. This form of mental imagery is often a cornerstone of Buddhist mindfulness practices, where the mind is trained to imagine scenarios and practice responses. By the time he stepped onto the hardwood, he had already lived the game in his mind, making him feel more prepared, confident, and present. The idea that someone as competitive as Kobe embraced visualization is so powerful. How often do we face challenges in life and feel overwhelmed? Perhaps it's because we haven't fully prepared our minds for the task at hand. Kobe's approach teaches us that mental preparation is just as important, if not more, than physical preparation. The Mamba Mentality, meditation as a catalyst for mental fortitude. Kobe Bryant's Mamba Mentality is legendary. It represents his unyielding drive to be the best, to outwork, outthink, and outlast everyone else. But what's often overlooked is the role that meditation played in creating that mindset. Yes, Kobe worked harder than anyone, but he also worked smarter, especially when it came to his mental game. When people think of mental toughness, they often picture someone gritting their teeth, powering through pain, and ignoring emotions. But Kobe's version of mental toughness was different. It wasn't about suppression, it was about awareness. Meditation taught him to observe his thoughts and feelings without judgment, to acknowledge them and choose his response. Isn't that a profound way to look at life? Instead of being swept away by our emotions, we can learn to recognize them and decide how we want to act. This mindset is what allowed Kobe to thrive in high-pressure situations. Whether he was down by double digits in the fourth quarter or playing through injuries, his ability to remain calm and focused was unparalleled. How many of us could use a little more of that in our daily lives? The next time we face a stressful situation, maybe we can channel a bit of that Mamba mentality, taking a deep breath, quieting the mind, and focusing on what's in front of us. Meditation's role in managing adversity and injury. Throughout his career, Kobe Bryant faced numerous challenges, but perhaps the most significant was his Achilles tendon injury in 2013. At 34 years old, with over 17 seasons of wear and tear on his body, many doubted whether he could ever return to the court at the same level. Can you imagine the weight of that? For someone who had dedicated his entire life to the game, the thought of it all being taken away must have been devastating, but instead of succumbing to despair, Kobe turned to meditation. He used it not only to manage the physical pain but also the emotional uncertainty. Meditation taught him to stay in the present, to focus on the small victories in his recovery rather than worrying about the future. That's a lesson we can all take to heart. When life throws us challenges, instead of getting lost in what-ifs and fears about the future, we can focus on the here and now. Kobe's return to the game after his Achilles injury was nothing short of miraculous. While he wasn't quite the explosive player he had been in his prime, his mental resilience and determination allowed him to continue playing at a high level until his retirement in 2016. His journey is a testament to the power of meditation and mindfulness in overcoming adversity. Mindfulness in personal life, family, retirement, and legacy. Meditation wasn't just something Kobe used on the basketball court, it became a part of his personal life as well. After retiring in 2016, Kobe faced a new challenge: how to transition from the structured, intense world of professional sports into a life without the same routine or purpose. Many athletes struggle with this transition, but Kobe found solace in mindfulness. He spoke about how meditation helped him be more present with his wife and daughters. Isn't that beautiful? For someone who had spent so much of his life focused on personal achievement, meditation allowed him to slow down and fully engage in his role as a father and husband. He used mindfulness to stay grounded, to remain connected to his family even as he embarked on new ventures in storytelling, business, and philanthropy. In retirement, Kobe became a mentor to younger athletes, and one of the key pieces of advice he gave was the importance of mental preparation. He encouraged players to embrace mindfulness as part of their training, just as he had done. For Kobe, The lessons learned through meditation extended far beyond basketball, they were lessons for life. Conclusion: the lasting legacy of Kobe Bryant's mindfulness practice. Kobe Bryant's legacy is vast and multifaceted. Yes, he will always be remembered as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, but his commitment to mindfulness and mental clarity is perhaps one of the most important lessons he leaves behind. In a world that glorifies constant achievement and hustle, Kobe's story reminds us that sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is simply be present. His journey with meditation and mindfulness wasn't just about improving his basketball performance, it was about living a life of purpose, balance, and clarity. And that's a lesson we can all take with us. As we face the challenges of our own lives, perhaps we too can find moments of stillness, moments of quiet reflection, and in doing so, unlock the true power of our minds. In the end, Kobe Bryant didn't just teach us how to be better athletes, he taught us how to be better human beings.